Go ahead and pause the recording if you haven't had a chance to check out this problem, but I'm assuming you're clicking this link because you've worked on it for a bit. I have a 12-mile road for my problem, and I've got two crews. One crew lays blacktop at an average rate of 0.6 miles a day faster than the other crew. So the rate of one crew, we just flat out have no information about it. So I'm just going to call that X. But the rate of the other crew, and they're working towards each other, right? The rate of the other crew, I do have a little bit of information. It's 0.6 miles per day faster than the other crew. So this would be the faster crew over here. And what we're doing is we're covering distance, right? An equation we often use in mathematics is that distance equals rate times time. So the total distance we have here, let me see. I think a better way to do this would be to say, trying to make it one equation. Later on in the course, we're going to do systems of equations, but we haven't done that yet. Two crews meet after 4 days. We know time is 4. Yeah, so here, this crew covers a certain amount of distance, right? We'll call that distance d sub 1. And this crew, we'll call that d sub 2, the total distance that this crew covers, okay? And that's a different rate times time. This rate is x plus 0.6. And then the time we have, we're given that it's 4 days. Now over here, the rate is just x and the time is 4 days. If we add those two distances together, like the distance that crew 1 covers is, I'm going to rearrange that as 4x, right? X times 4 is the same thing as 4x. This is how much crew 1 covered. If we add that to how much crew 2 covered, I'm just going to put the 4 out front because that's usually how we see a number in a parentheses. So the distance that crew 1 covers plus the distance that crew 2 covers, that should equal 12 miles total. And now we've got a little equation we can solve. Because if we distribute that 4, that's 2.4 here. So that gives us 8x plus 2.4 equals 12. And then we're trying to get x by itself. So I'm just going to do this step a little bit quicker because I ran out of room. I'm subtracting that 2.4 from both sides. And then I'm going to divide by 8. So it looks like the rate of the slower crew is 1.2, and then that's miles a day. 1.2 miles a day for the slower crew, and so that means it's 1.8 for the faster crew because you can just plug 1.2 back in here. So when I type that in MyMathLab, I'm typing that in for the faster crew and that in for the slower crew.